Hello, it is Purple Rain, coach of the Damascus Driftlimbs, and I am against Poppin this week with the Arizona Sun something. Well, it's a pun on a hockey team. I know. Either way, I'm against Poppin this week for my week 3 match. I'm currently 2-0, so hoping to keep the undefeated streak going. I have some faith in this matchup, but it's pretty interesting. So when looking at the team, unlike last week, I have no dark types to contest with, which is nice. No ghost types as well. So my opponent doesn't have a ton of stuff to scare off my psychic type, my Gotharita. And 2 weaknesses to go on top of that in Heracross and Clodsire. So, you know, that's cool, but my opponent also does have quite a few pretty scary things. First off is Kingdra. Kingdra's terrifying. You know, it can Swift Swim, it can Sniper. I don't think there's a great Swift Swim enabler on this team, as far as I know. No good Rain Dance Mons. I guess, Meowstick is okay, but nothing extraordinary. Then there's this very intimidating Trick Room mode with Alolan Executor, Grand Bull, just a lot of potentially intimidating Pokemon for me to have to deal with. So then now let's look at the type chart for a second. Let me just get this into frame. There we go. A big ground weakness is here, but to counteract that, obviously you have Alolan Executor and Kingdra, who are both very threatening to ground types. This team is also, if you look at the stats, very physical attack heavy. Got a huge amount of physical attack, but that's offset by the 2 most threatening Pokemon primarily being special attackers in Kingdra and Alolan Executor. So while the stats aren't great for special attack, you have 2 powerhouses that are going to come, or at least could come, to every game. You have to be prepared for it, which is a little intimidating. So it's been a while since I made my team, but I do know roughly why I made every Pokemon the way I did. So let's now look. Poltegeist is a Shell Smash White Herb set. The idea behind this set being, I think it is EV calced for some specific thing, some knockoff or something. Is Protect, of course. Shell Smash, as I said, is the basis of the set. Shadow Ball and Terra Blast with Ice Terra. So as you can see, the only Pokemon that is not scared about taking a Shadow Ball on this team is Braviary, and Braviary is scared of taking Terra Blast Ice. That's the mindset behind it. There's no dark types or anything. It's only this normal type that Poltegeist has to deal with and get around. But because it's a normal flying type, Blaziken is a little bit worse than I would like. Then I've got the Persian. The Persian is Fake Out, Parting Shot, Taunt, and Knockoff. Poppin has a bunch of very weird tools. Meowstick has weird tools. Tinkatink has weird tools. Lapras has weird tools. Alolan Executor has weird tools. Clodsire has weird tools, all of which can be kind of neutralized by Taunt. It is EV to be just faster than Meowstick. It worked well last week against the Raichu Alola. I expect it to work well this week. Parting Shot is just a great move. Always will be a great move. Fake Out, a great move. Knock Off, just the main damage dealer. for Alolan Persian with this team. Also gets me item information for next sets. I'm not too worried about a ton of like physical attacking setup, especially because two of the main physical attackers, like the idea would be foul play, right? If they had a bunch of physical attacking threats I was terrified of. But foul play is bad into two of the strongest physical attackers on the team because they resist dark. So that's why it's knockoff. Although could prove to be pretty bad against something like a Heracross Flame Orb, right? It doesn't care if you knock it off after it's been burned. Then I have Squawkabilly. So why do I have Squawkabilly? Why do I have a Guts Squawkabilly set? That's weird. Normally it's Choice Scarf Final Gambit if you want it. Well, I thought Tailwind is a good answer into Braviary. I also thought flying moves are good into this team, with Heracross being a scary option, and it gives me another answer to Alolan Executor. And so given that I wanted it, I said, well, do I want to do Intimidate Final Gambit as the main option? Not really, because when I scroll down and we look at HP stats here, Squawkabilly's HP stat is 82, Lapras is 130, Clodsire is 130, Braviary is 100, Executor is 95. As you can see, like, just a bunch that are higher than Squawkabilly's can be. So at that point, like, how many of these do I think could come? All of them. All of these top 5. So, and all of them could be max HP. Like, that's reasonable. So, Final Gambit being just straight up bad into 5 Pokemon is really bad, especially if Heracross comes too and it ends up being like Sash. Like, that's a disaster for Squawkabilly. So instead I thought, well, I still want to use it because it has all of these tools which I like, Tailwind and the Flying Stab. So what am I going to do? I'll just Guts it. It's more reliable than Hustle. And I want to run Protect anyways, so I don't really mind waiting that extra turn. Obviously, not ideal, but, you know, I'm okay with it. Brave Bird, because it's a strong move. Tailwind, Quick Attack. I went with Quick Attack over Facade, which is something I went back and forth on. I just think the priority is good. Brave Bird does not have many resists. It's just Ampharos and Tinkatink. Tinkatink isn't a real resist most of the time. It could be Eviolite, in which case it is a real resist, but I'm not super worried about Tinkatink, obviously, and Ampharos I'm not very scared of either. So I'll just deal with it, right, if it's there in other ways. Then third to lastly, wow, I still have quite a few Pokemon to go. I have Gothorita. Gothorita is a very standard set with Protect, Psychic, Fake Out, Heal Pulse. Protect is quite good, Psychic is a stab, and like I said, no Darks, so no immunities. No immunities to my Psychic, which means I don't need to bring a second option. Obviously, Terra Dark is something I need to watch out for, but if I can keep that in mind and I can have answers ready for Terra Dark, like my strong Squawkabilly still available, I'll be okay. Heal Pulse, I just think, you know, Persian's pretty bulky. I made my Poltegeist bulky. I made my Squawkabilly, it doesn't really have bulk, but whatever. The rest of my Pokemon have some bulk too. So being able to just maintain that constant pressure, and also what types of moves does Alolan Executor like to run? Draco Meteor, Leaf Storm, that's going to go down in attack over time. Lapras isn't going to be able to one-shot really much of anything unless it does the crazy stuff we saw it do last week. So a lot of these Pokemon on Poppin's team are getting 2-hit KOs. 2-hit KOs turn into no-hit KOs with Heal Pulse. And the ones that do get 1-hit KOs, like Alolan Executor, will get a 1-hit KO and then be kind of useless for a while. So that means if I survive the thing that should be a 1-hit KO, or if it tries to do more, then the Heal Pulse will just like brute force me through it. Then I have Golem. Let me see if I can get these. Yeah, I've got Golem here. Protect, Rock Slide, High Horsepower, Heavy Slam. Protect, good move for a Pokemon with a quad weakness. Rock Slide, High Horsepower, I feel like I don't need to explain them. It's stabs. The stabs are good here. Rock especially, but Rock and Ground are both amazing here, actually. It is Min Speed for Trick Room. If it's Min Speed, then it is Speed, Tying, Alolan Executor, and Gramble. Normally, I'd like to do something like what's the room service here? But I've done that the first 2 weeks, and I feel like doing room service again is just cliche. Like it becomes, I don't know, cringe to keep doing it. So I decide to mix things up a little bit and try to maybe, keep people on their toes some with a clear amulet. It also helps me in the Gramble matchup. And then Terra Flying for resist. All of my Terras are generally just good resists, except for the ones I mentioned. Squawkabilly, I forgot to mention, is just really for Terra Normal Quick Attack. It gives me some extra damage. I'm not scared of any, fighting on this team is not super terrifying. It's only Heracross, and I outspeed the Heracross. So I'll just live with knowing if I have to Terra for some reason, I'm then weak to the Heracross. It'll be whatever. Then I have Go-Goat. Go-Goat, I decided to put an Assault Vest on. Go-Goat, I feel like with an Assault Vest completely walls Alolan Executor, or at least walls it pretty well. Of course, Flareon, Heracross, potentially Kingdra with like an Ice Beam or something, Lapras, all then become a little bit more scary. But I'm just willing to, run with it, roll with it, and just accept that sometimes Go-Goat's not going to hit the field. I gave it Horn Leech, Play Rough, High Horsepower, and Rock Slide. Frankly, I don't expect Go-Goat to come much. The reason it's here is because Play Rough and Terra Fairy are quite good into this team. 3 of the big threats, being Kingdra, Heracross, and Alolan Executor, really do not like fairy attacks. This team does not have great ways of hitting fairies except for Clodsire, really. Tinkatink, I guess, exists, but I don't think it has a good Steel move other than Steel Beam. Which, again, I don't think it's going to be Steel Beam Tinkatink. So, yep, that's my team, that's my idea. And I'll get you back once we're going into the match. Okay, let me get this situated. We are ready, though. The game is starting. Yeah, so let's look at this. Kingdra's here, Tinkatink is here, Meowstic's here, Gramble, Intimidate. Okay, well, I think I'm pretty okay to start with Persian Poltegeist. I'm not that scared of anything. Squawkabilly in the back, I think. Like, Squawkabilly, Golem. Golem's obviously scared of those two. Maybe Squawkabilly, Go-Goat? Do they have anything? Just Braviary to deal with Go-Goat. I'll go Squawkabilly, Go-Goat. Could be Golem, Go-Goat, too. Go-Goat. Let's do Go-Goat and Squawkabilly. Could very well be Golem instead. Okay. Am I scared of anything Marceline does? No. Fake out Shell Smash, I think. Yeah. Braviary is the more intimidating. Meowstic I just don't see being that scary. Here. Yeah, so overall I think this is just the best play. Braviary can do more scary stuff. It can set Tailwind. Meowstic has some supporting moves I kind of don't love to face, but I think I'll survive whatever it does. Shadow Ball, totally fine. Eats it up. Okay. Now I'm a little bit more scared. But I think I just knock off Terra Ice, Terra Blast. I could even knock off Protect. Right, like Tailwind's obviously scary, but I think it has to go into the Poltegeist. So I kind of want to see what it wants to do. I assume it'll Terra, but it might not. Knockoff, Protect is pretty safe, I think. Obviously Tailwind is scary from Braviary. Shadow Ball, yep. Tailwind, or no? Oh, okay. So if it does twice as much, but if I Terra, it still lives. I think I'll just Parting Shot, Terra Ice, Terra Blast. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's competitive. Okay. That's really bad. Sure, I'll go into Squawkabilly. So now I guess I learned that. I should have considered competitive for sure. That was very dumb. So I'm almost forced to double it. How much is... So, Persian knockoff to no item does 34, 40. So this actually has to be... So, Protect... and then Shadow Ball into Tree System. In hopes it doesn't have any more attacking moves is something I can do. And then that way I get my Persian back in with the Fake Out. Yeah, that'll be the play. The other option, do I have one? So, Meowstic. This is, okay. Versus Persian. Persian knockoff to 34 to 40. And it did more than that, so this is not the right EVs, which means it's less HP invested. So it's not full HP investment. So I think it's just Protect, Shadow Ball, like I said, into Tree System. And then I get my Persian in and can maybe do some stuff. I hadn't run Shell Smash all season, so I didn't think Mirror Herb Tech would be against me. But it's a great read, honestly. It's a great read into what my team wants to do. The Cursed Body, again, could come in clutch if it's the only attacking move this has. Or if, like, Poppin does, like, a weird read or something into me. Oh, wow. Perfect. Wow, that went as well as possible. Okay. That's very good. So Marceline can't take out both. So do I just double Marceline? Yeah, I think I absolutely do. And Terra Blast kills from this range for sure, so I Terra Blast instead in case it's something like Terra Dark. The only, like, obviously a Protect into, a Protect from Marceline's scary. Yeah. And then Play Rough is fine. I have this, so now I'll just try Horn Leeching and Knock Off and Fake Outing. Fake Out. Horn Leech. Okay. Horn Leech. Knock Off. Learn its item. Assault Vest. Horn Leech. Knock Off. GG. Good game one. So that went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I mean, it was a disaster turn one, right? And I guess not a disaster. The fake out play went off. It was fine. Learned it wasn't Covert Cloak on Braviary. So what items do I know now? Braviary has Brave Bird. That's all I know. Mirror Herb. I don't know anything about Kingdra, and I don't know anything about... I know Assault Vest, Play Rough for Granbull. I want to lead the same, honestly, because now I just don't Shell Smash, right? And I'm in a great position. The fact that Meowstic never protected makes me think it doesn't have Protect, which means I can just Shadow Ball into it freely. Shadow Ball and the Fake Out into Braviary seem pretty free. Go-Goat seemed quite good, especially if I prioritize getting rid of that Braviary quickly. The Assault Vest, I think, is going to pay dividends here. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it as is. And we'll see how game 2 goes. I could see I was definitely thinking, oh, maybe I should have brought Golem in instead of Go-Goat at the end because of Granbull. Okay, same lead. Fake Out, Shadow Ball. This is quite good for me, I think. I'll learn a little bit more about Meowstic, if nothing else. All I need to do is not Shell Smash, and the Mirror Herb doesn't go off. So, and the Fake Out is pretty free into Braviary, I think, so why not? Like, I'm fine not Shell Smashing, I think. Shell Smashing later is good. Shell Smashing now, unnecessary. So, especially, did it use a non-psychic move last game? It used Shadow Ball, of course. But it didn't use anything that can threaten the Persian, so I don't know if I'm that scared of it at all. It doesn't 2-hit KO the Poltegeist. Poltegeist definitely 2-hit KOs it. Could always get a Cursed Body as well. Okay, Terra Ghosts, yep. Sure, fake out. Brave bird. Oh, it lives! That's crazy nice. I don't think I EV'd that. It does have the defensive bulk, though. So, okay. Knock off protect. Seems fine to me. Yeah. Tailwind is scary. But I think that's fine. I think it really wants to get rid of Poltergeist before it moves. I don't think Tink is going to be able to do that, so knock off. I mean, Play Rough? I don't care about a Play Rough from a Tink on a Fur Coat version with Citrus Berry. I assume it'll just be fake out Brave Bird. Is it possible it's Choice Band? Is that banded? Brave Bird should not be doing that much. I think it's banded. So the knockoff here is super safe. Yeah, Braviary should not be doing that much. That's definitely, well, okay, what if it's Adamant? E2 attack. Yeah, I think it's banded. It didn't lose damage. It's not a life orb, right? It looks like it's, maybe it was a low roll on band. Maybe it's not fully attack invested banded. I don't know. That live is huge. Like, it is astounding how huge that live is. Yeah, Kingdra comes in, protect, knock off, foul play. Sure. So I can either taunt or parting shot. Overcloak is super interesting. I kind of just want to taunt this, make sure it doesn't do any stupid stuff. But parting shot gives me the ability. Well, no, because then I'm scared to switch and swap play stuff. So yeah, I think I just want to taunt, and then just accept that it's the slowest thing. Poltergeist is the slowest thing here. It's probably going to die at some point, so let it die now. Shadow Ball the Kingdra. Did it move first last game against the Kingdra, actually? Let me see. Oh, but it did, but it was Shell Smashed. So, taunt. Let me make sure I hit that right. Taunt. Shadow Ball. Dragon Dance. Foul Play. Sure. Okay, that's interesting for sure. Knock off, Terra Fairy, Play Rough. Do I want to switch in Squawkabilly? No. Knock off, Terra Fairy, Play Rough. This. The fact that it's physical is very interesting. I don't know what that tells me. What physical moves does Kingdra get? Wave Crash. Scale Shot. Getting the Terra Fairy for that is huge. Now I'm absolutely doubling this. Choice Band, yep. Brave Bird, sure. Play Rough, it lives. Okay. Knock off. High Horsepower. GG's! Hey, another win. Knock off, high horsepower. Yep. Another win. That's awesome. I am currently 3-0 in sets and 6-0 in games. I have not lost a game yet. So that went really well. I am going to do a little bit of post-match reflection. And then I will get back to you with just my main takeaways this time. No long going over the games. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, after going over all the matches and everything, only one thing stood out, which is in game 2, on the first play, this Braviary Bravebird into my Poltegeist off the Terra Ghost. It is an absolute min roll. So, yeah, it should die there most of the time. I almost definitely lose this game if it dies there. I mean, there's probably like a chance I win, but it is a lot tougher because, yeah, there's just not many ways to deal with it, I don't think. Anyways, that's the big thing. I think most of my plays this game were like pretty easy in both games, sorry. My plays were pretty easy. I think I did most of my winning in preparation and in draft preparation, and then rolling well, getting good rolls in the game. So that's that. Happy with how my team's doing, obviously. I think if I win next week, I'm borderline guaranteed playoffs. Like, I'll be at 4 wins. So here's hoping for a 2-0 next week. And then I'll hopefully make it to playoffs. So yeah, excited. Like my team, like I was going. GG's to Poppin, of course. Very good, very analytical builder, player. Really respect him. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.